What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Travel Chatter. Today we're going to talk a little bit about ocean cruising and river cruising. So, I have my personal opinions about cruising. I never liked to cruise before. I did it back in the late 80s, early 90s. I hated every bit of it. Thought it was boring. Food was horrible. There was nothing to do. I didn't think that the ship handled the waves very well. Well, let's move forward to 2023. Obviously, it's been a bit, and ocean cruising and river cruising is definitely different. Most people know and are familiar with Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean, Viking Cruise Lines, but there's so many other cruise lines that are out there. There are a million different, obviously exaggerating, cruise lines, but you have MSC, you've got Norwegian, Princess, Carnival, Virgin Voyages, which just came out in 2021, and they are a phenomenal cruise line. If you got questions about them or you want to do a booking with them, reach out to me, because obviously working through a travel agent doesn't cost you more. There's Holland America, Royal Caribbean, Viking, Global, Crystal. The list goes on. So there's different cruise ships that go to different locations, and you can't judge a trip that you took, let's say from Miami to the Caribbean, and compare that cruise line with one that goes from Seattle through Alaska, so that you can see Glacier Bay or Denali National Park, which not all ship lines actually go there or include the Denali National Park piece in their cruise rate. So you really need to know what you're looking at. But at any rate, you can't compare a ship line that goes down to the Caribbean to the same ship line that goes to Alaska, like I said. And actually, I don't mean ship line, I meant ship line, because they can have one ship that goes down to the Caribbean and not have the same service as one that goes through Alaska or even in Europe. So you need to know what you're doing. There's river cruises, and the Mississippi actually is getting quite popular. So we have more ship lines that are going up and down the Mississippi, and some are doing the full length of the Mississippi. But most cruise lines that do river cruising are going to be AmWaterways, Viking, Avalon, Emerald, Crystal. Did I say Viking? I don't know if I did. So there's a lot of dependencies on which cruise line to utilize to do the river cruising. And it's a lot of homework and a lot of research. But this is something that's really worth your while, so that you're spending enough time finding what you want, so when you're spending your money, you know what you're getting for value. Another thing that's really great to consider for ship lines is doing your transoceanic. So these are called repositionings, and a ship line, sometimes like Virgin Voyages, needs to move a ship from Miami to Barcelona because they don't cover the Caribbean during the summer months. They actually go through and cover Greece. They are a newer ship line, like I indicated before, but let me tell you, it is worth checking them out. Their food is phenomenal. This past April, I did their transatlantic Miami to Barcelona, and I went solo. I had a sprained ankle, but I enjoyed every bit of it, and the people on board are phenomenal. It's worth looking into it. Reach out to me, let me connect you with some information and get you some extra perks. But really understand their food quality is phenomenal. It's not buffet style eating. You have multiple restaurants. There's over 20 different eateries. And you can sit down at a table and you put this little sign up and they come and take your order, or you can just sit down at a restaurant. But at any rate, your river cruises, you can have your dinner in your room and just have your doors open, because they're all veranda style rooms on some of these ship lines. So know what you want, know what you're looking for, and then once you understand what you really want, start looking into the different cruise lines that cover the rivers or the oceans or the destinations that you want to go on. But I highly recommend the transoceanic. And I say transoceanic because you've got transatlantic, transpacific, you've got cruises that go Australia to Japan, Hawaii, Australia, LA, Hawaii, Australia, or is it LA, Hawaii, Hong Kong? I don't remember, but you also have world cruises. And let me tell you, some of these prices on them are phenomenal. When you consider everything you're getting, it's a great deal. Yes, it could be $20,000, $30,000. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, you're getting all your food, you're getting a room, you're getting your drinks, whether it's coffee, water, soda, alcohol. You have a lot that's included. Now, you have different levels of cruise lines, and people have their opinions with Carnival versus Viking. So, yes, Viking does cater to the older crowd, but it doesn't mean it's the senior and walker generation. You don't have children on board that ship, but it's a nice cruise. You get a lot of information when you're cruising on Viking. So if you're looking for an informative or knowledgeable cruise line and you're touring over in Europe, think about doing Viking. Reach out to me, contact me, let me see what I could do to help you with it. But I will answer your questions in regards to the different cruise lines and different destinations. I am booked on 2 more cruises. One this year, I'm doing the MSC cruise. It's leaving in December. And then I have another transatlantic from Miami to Barcelona, but this time I'm going to stay in Barcelona 3 days. And I'm not hitting the same places that we hit before, and it's Virgin Voyages again. And again, I picked them because their food is phenomenal. Their cabins are really nice. Your interior all the way up to your Rockstar balcony rooms, there is no bad cabins on these ships. So I'm doing that in April. And, here's a little tidbit for you. So if you book with a travel agent and you're on a cruise, not all travel agents know how, but you can get a cruise airfare rate. And so that's because some of these cruise lines negotiate with the airlines to get airfare added. And since you're spending money on the cruise line, it's a reduced rate. So that's something to think about. And if you got questions on that and you need help booking that, obviously let me know. But when it comes to cruising, things have changed. Consider it. I'm trying to do these videos real short. We're at 6 minutes already, so I'm going to be cutting this one. But a quick rundown on some of the cruise lines that I'm familiar with. I've got a list in front of me here is MSC, Norwegian, Princess, Carnival, Virgin, Holland, Royal, and Viking. I am looking into Avalon, Emerald, and Crystal, as well as, I already said Princess. So I'm looking more into some of the rivers. And then also what's important to know is some of these cruise lines do not let you bring wine on board, and some do. Virgin Voyages, I can bring 2 bottles of wine on board. And trust me, their drink packages, which are included in their price, by the way, are incredible. Their drinks are very reasonably priced on board. But anyways, I don't want to keep going on. If you've got questions, reach out to me. So I'm posting it here, my contact information. Feel free to let me know if you want me to talk about anything specific in travel. And thanks for visiting me on Travel Chatter. Ciao.